What's up everybody, my name is Rhiannon and I am bringing you a makeup tutorial today. I don't really know what my hair looks like because I have no mirror in front of me, so if it looks terrible, don't pay attention to it. You guys suggested on Twitter that I do a tutorial as my next video, so I decided to create a fall makeup look since it's November. It's actually the middle of November, so I'm a little bit late on the bandwagon because everybody else is making Christmas videos. This could be a Christmas look too. But I wanted to create a fall or winter look with a dark lip and really simple eye makeup. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and go ahead and share this video with your friends on Twitter and on Facebook and on Pinterest and every other place that you might be. So follow me on Twitter and on Snapchat and on Instagram and talk to me on there because I love talking to you guys. Without further ado, let's get started with this makeup tutorial. I will see you guys at the end. This turtleneck is gonna get on my nerves, I can already tell. Okay, so the first thing I do is I take my tea tree water from Lush, and it's a toner water, so I just spray it on my face. I let that soak in, and while that's soaking in, I'll get my Lash M 3-in-1 Eye Bright, and this helps with under eye circles. And you put it on in the morning and when you go to sleep. So I just put a little bit on my finger. It just kind of looks like that. And I pat it under my eyes. Something that I've noticed that it does help. It does kind of tighten around your eyes and get rid of these circles. But it also, if you get it too close to your actual eye, it burns. And if you have sensitive skin, it might not be a good thing for you to use. Also use Clinique's Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. My mom has this and I've seen a lot of other people use it, and so my grandmother sent me a little sample. She sent me this, and so I just put some on my hand. I don't put too much, but then I rub it on my hands and I just rub it on the areas where my skin gets dry in the winter. So like around this part of my nose, and right here, and then especially in between my eyebrows and like right on my forehead, I get really dry patches. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows first. So I use Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in dark brown, and I just open that up and I take this Anastasia Beverly Hills 12 brush. It's just a little angled brush like this, and just brush these out like that. And you don't really need too much of this, so I would just recommend getting a little tiny bit on your brush. And the trick with this is to do it in really light strokes. I mean, I like pretty defined square brows, so if you don't like that, that's okay, you don't have to do this, but I like it. So I've gotten this back part filled in, then I go back to the front and I create that really sharp line like this. And this helps me get the shape that I want. And then I bring it up like this because I like that square. And I just do very light feathering strokes. And the product goes out pretty evenly. I will use Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the color 125. And I don't use that much because I was blessed. Oh, I just said I don't use that much. I just put like a gallon onto my hand. So I just get a little bit on my brush and I put little dots around my face. I just start at the bottom and go up. And I learned from Sam Faz to blend out into your ear. And so I've been doing that. I don't really know like if it looks dramatically different, but I like it. Next, I go in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and so I just make very, very light triangles underneath my eye, and I use it as like a highlighter base too, but I don't want too much, and then sometimes I'll like put it on my nose and on my cupid's bow. Anywhere that I'm gonna do a highlight, I just take powder brush, my e.l.f. powder brush, and I just push it into my skin. So now I have a Sephora Pro Contour Blush Contour Brush. It's 74, and I'm using the Lorac Tantalizer for my bronzer. So I just put a very little bit on my brush and then I tap it off. And you want to start with really light strokes and build up. And I just bring it down on my jawline too. And you can put it up here if you want. Next thing I'm going to do is a little bit of blush, and I don't want to do too much. This is NYX blush in Apricot. Bring it onto my cheeks to add a little bit of color onto my face. Now I'm going to do my favorite part, which is highlight. Use the NARS Copacabana highlighting stick. Go anywhere that I want the light to hit, and I do very, very light touches. And so see, like, this is the side with the highlight and this is the side without, so you can see the difference. And then I do a little bit on the tip of my nose and I just bring it up on my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. So my camera just turned off, so things might be a little weird right now, but what I was saying was I'm gonna use Foxy in this palette to highlight my brows. So I just very lightly put that under the arch. I'm gonna mix Chopper and Tease. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my brush and just go in and go all over the lid just to make it dark. And I'm using a Sephora blending brush. It is number 27. I'm not doing too much, and I'm just going back into the other eye and putting the same two colors. And the two colors I used, one was a matte and one was like a shimmery color, and so it gives a good mix. And then I'm gonna take Booty Call right here, this shimmery color. I'm gonna put it on the same brush, and you can use a smaller brush if you want. I just don't have one. I'm just gonna put it in the inner corners to brighten up the inner corners of my eyes. Now I'm gonna take my super skinny eye marker from NYX, do my wing. Start with a very small line. Hopefully my hand's not in the way. And then I'm just gonna wing it out like this. And you can tell it almost is like a double wing, because I like to make my wing pretty thick. So it looks just like that. I'm gonna go in with two different mascaras. I use the Avon Super Shock Max mascara first. I'm just gonna start with one coat of this. And then I take CoverGirl's Lash Blast Volume Mascara, but I wait about 10 seconds to let this start to dry. Don't want to let it dry too much because then it'll be hard to put on top of. Okay, and so I wait another 10 seconds. Okay, and while that's drying, before I do the bottom lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. I'm using Kat Von D's matte lipstick, and this is in Vampira. It's a really pretty, like, brown color. When I do my lips, I overline a little bit right under here and on my cupid's bow because I have really thin lips. We start at the bottom just like this, and go ahead and create a line, and I do the same thing at the top. So this probably looks really weird right now, but it's kind of creating like a base for you. So once you have your line, then you can just fill in. To make sure it's really sharp, I use concealer. I have Faced Absolutely Flawless Flexible Coverage Concealer. So I get some Q-tips and I take concealer and I just put a really, really small amount onto the Q-tip. I first take the other side of the Q-tip and just go in between, and then dab a really small amount onto the corners of my mouth, and I just start blending with the Q-tip. So it gives us a harsher line right here. And now I just take my CoverGirl mascara and I do the bottom lashes. And this is the finished look.